Alright, welcome back guys, and welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today we're giving you guys my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 12, In Dreams. Now, if Fear the Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon that I miss more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. Now, this is mainly a Grace-focused episode, which was fine. I'm okay with that. Now, when I originally read the synopsis for this episode, I was very apprehensive, very nervous, because right away when I read this, it would sound like it's a dream sequence, which usually don't matter really in a TV show. However, I was very much proven wrong here. Yes, it could be considered a bottle episode to an extent, yes, but at the same time, it's a very heavily done character episode regarding Grace. Yeah, like I said, it could be considered a filler episode, but at the same time, if you don't watch it, there's a lot regarding Grace and Morgan that you won't understand probably moving forward. So I definitely say, even though it's a filler episode, it's definitely an important episode. Now, we start out this episode with Grace having amnesia, waking up, and she forgets where she is, who she is, pretty much. Now, okay, this kind of a big problem I have right at the gate is because they never set this up. Now, I feel like, yes, they wanted us to be just as confused as Grace was, which is fine. But at the same time, I feel like you needed some context here. Because you don't find out until halfway through the episode that they were in a car accident and everything. I feel like they should have had somehow set that up either at the end of the previous episode or episode 10. Somehow they should have set that up. Because jumping in it like this just felt weird and it was just very much confusing. But she ends up being saved by this teenage girl named Athena. Not to be confused with Althea, who is our Al from our group. So she gets rescued by Athena, and it's pretty much revealed that this takes place 16 years in the future, and this girl that saved Grace is Grace and Morgan's daughter. And it's revealed that Grace died in childbirth, and she's pretty much been remembered this way. And now you have Athena, who brings Grace back to her community, and she sees, what has happened here and how things have changed since, I guess, her death or whatever. And it's revealed that, Victor and Strand's made up, and how, Alicia, Wes, and Luciana went back to the stadium, they rebuilt that community, and, Dwight and Sherry made up. And it kind of became a family, which is very cool. I really liked how they added those little small subtleties there. And you got June, who was, the main doctor there, and it's shown that Charlie is pretty much her apprentice, which again is really cool. Little small minor details that was nice that they added. But you got them going out and outside the walls, and it's revealed that due to Grace dying in childbirth, Morgan is very protective of Athena. Now, you got Grace, who wants to tell her more about stuff, and, she doesn't know how about to go this, so Morgan tells her he can think of a way, and they end up, I guess, going out on a walk or run or something like that, and, you got Grace who's trying to talk to Athena, kind of talk to her, tell her about herself, yet not revealing too many details. But at the same time, you move on, and at one point it's revealed to Athena that Grace is her mother. Now, you got back into the real world time, because like I said, this is a dream sequence pretty much. And you got Morgan and Grace, who are held up. I don't even know where they're being held up. I think it's in some kind of barn or something. I'm not sure. Someone let me know in the comment section down below. It was very dark. I couldn't really tell. But they're being held up there. Grace is in labor, and she needs help, and June can't get to them. She's too far away. So Morgan's trying to help her. Grace is badly injured from the attack on by the Doomsday cult, and she's not doing well in labor. So you got Morgan who's trying to figure out what to do, and you got the Doomsday cult that shows up. Now, I really like this. Morgan's got to go out and defend them. Riley shows up, And you got Morgan who takes out all of them except for Riley, and then he just stabs Riley in the shoulder. Now, this is a kind of an annoying part, and it becomes even more annoying when you get to the later half of the episode that Morgan just stabs him in the shoulder. I feel like he should have gone for more of a hurting place where that would hurt Riley and cause him more pain than just being able to like limp away or whatever. So that's a big issue I have there. But you got Morgan and Athena and Grace moving forward in the dream sequence, making their way to the barn because Grace can hear Morgan, and that's pretty much where she needs to go. She realizes that she has to go there, she has to die, and then Athena will come, arrive, and Athena is one of the reasons everybody comes together and makes peace with each other. So I really like that. So you got them moving forward. They arrive at the barn, and they have to take out a bunch of walkers, and you see Riley there as a walker. He ended up being killed in that dream state, and you got the two of them defending them. Riley nearly tries to kill Athena in the dream sequence, but Grace stops him, and they arrive at what is like the barn doors, which is pretty much resembled as like heaven or whatever. And you got Morgan who shows up there, and she says goodbye to Morgan and Athena, and she heads off into back to reality and out of her dream state, which is fine. I know I'm going kind of brushing over a lot of the whole dream sequence. I feel like I'm giving pretty much all I can give right now because it's just simple. It's not much to go over here in regards to this whole dream state. But I kind of giving you the overview because, like I said, not much to go on. But then you got Grace who reawakens with Morgan, and Morgan's trying to help her through labor. And you got Riley who shows back up wanting the key. That's why I had originally attacked in the first place. Morgan refuses to give it up. And again, I'm going to go back to why I didn't like that Morgan just stabbed him in the shoulder. Because Riley shows up and drives the car straight into the place and then takes out a gun and holds Morgan at gunpoint. Now, this is an issue I have because if he was just stabbed in the shoulder, I feel like this was too easy of a thing. I feel like Morgan should have... I feel like he's not that big of a threat if he shows back up like that. I feel like Morgan should have really punctured him in the shoulder or something so that, he had a hard time returning. That's why he crashed the car that much. And then when he holds them at gunpoint, his arms hurt, so he's cringing and trying to hold himself together. I think that would have been really good because I feel like I said in the last episode, Riley is very good. He's a very psychotic kind of character, but this right here kind of lowered him down in this episode. Now Morgan tells him he's not going to give him the key, but you got Grace who says hand it over. Once Athena's born, everything will be okay. She'll help bring peace to everything, and, we'll be okay. Which, at that point, Morgan reluctantly agrees to hand over the key to Riley, at which point Riley leaves. Now, then we got the whole sequence regarding, Grace and labor, she gives birth, all that stuff, and it's revealed that at the end of the episode that the baby is stillborn. Now, this was something I did not see coming, and very interesting that they put in this episode. Because in the world of The Walking Dead, I don't think anybody would have expected that to happen. I think that was like an OMG moment for a lot of people, and it was very I don't even know how to process it. It's something where you don't expect it to happen, and yet at the same time, it's like, oh wow, that's just something insane. And you got Grace who breaks down, and it's revealed that pretty much the baby died because it absorbed all the radiation inside Grace, and that's what killed it. And that's pretty much the way out of not killing Grace. And I like how they did the whole twist, because the entire time you're thinking, oh, Grace is going to die, yet they pull a 180 on you and the baby ends up dying. So I really like that. Now, here's where I'm going to go with this. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of kind of people going against me in the comment section because people are being, oh, you're too soft, you're too, all that BS stuff. But I do believe that there should have been, and I don't know how they could have done this, some kind of warning. Because I read a lot of people online, and I've seen a lot of things going on online about how people were triggered by this. And I can see how this happens. I think there's a 100% truth to this, that this could actually trigger people. And I think it makes it even worse in the fact that they aired it on Mother's Day, which I think was a really bad move. I understand, the whole thing, but I really think that was like a really bad move there. I think they should have skipped a week somehow. Either that or at least given, I don't even know how they could have done it, but give some kind of warning that it could trigger people. I don't know how you could do that without giving away the ending, but I feel like they could have done something along those lines just in case it triggered people, which it definitely has within the fan base. But overall, and it's hard for me to say, but I did like this episode. It was a really good episode. And it's hard for me to say that and I enjoyed it due to the simple fact that it feels wrong to say that I enjoyed it due to the ending. But I really didn't like it. And now, I don't know if this is true, but there's been people talking about the pink tree lining throughout the episode. Now, I agree that kind of looked weird and somewhat cringy, but there's a lot of it that is saying that symbolized, I think, like the uterus or whatever. If that's the case, okay, that's kind of interesting and cool. It was a little bit weird and odd, but if they wanted to do something like that, okay, I can get behind that. Maybe if they want to make it a little less weird and kind of cringy and odd, maybe do it with a pink sky rather than the pink trees. I mean, it's not like terrible. It didn't take me out of the moment, but it just felt a little bit weird. Overall, if I had to give this episode a grade, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I might even give it a 9.5 out of 10, but the stuff with Riley kind of really rubbed me the wrong way. But other than that, I really did like this episode in a weird way, having to say that regarding the ending. But again, did like the episode, thought it was a good episode, and I give it a 9 out of 10, just taking off a few points due to the whole Riley stuff. But again, good episode, 9 out of 10. But I know your thoughts and opinions about the episode in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, that's my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 12, In Dreams. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon. Don't miss any more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the back section on my YouTube channel. As always, I've been Vision Hero by Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.